The Grow My Cleaning Company podcast helps owners of cleaning companies just like you to grow your company and yourself so you can make more money and finally get the time and money freedom that probably got you into this business. Discover how to automate and create systems that allow you to grow like crazy without losing control. If you dig the show and want to show some love, subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes. It really helps. Enjoy the show. Hey, Clean Nation, Mike Campion with Brenda Mcdonald. This young woman started Lasting Impressions Cleaning in March of 2018. So we got a 3-year veteran on our hands. She's in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I almost said British Canada, but that didn't make any sense. You all know how I feel about Canadians. So how this woman snuck onto my show, I don't know, but that's between and she's got a Tim Hortons coffee. So all we need her to do is say A in grade 4, and she'll be like fully. That'll just be that with the Canadian action. Anyway, she serves mostly residential clients. Brenda, what's going on in your world?
Lots going on in my world. There was, for example, I know a lot of us across North America are really struggling with the COVID. I've talked to a lot of cleaning people here and cleaning companies here that really slowed right down. Lucky for me, I stayed in contact with a lot of my clients during that. So we all went into the isolation 2 weeks and just kept on building. I've never stopped. My company's only grown. I don't even have to advertise. It's referrals, referral. Otherwise, I haven't really come across any challenges other than removing some stains or sticky messes.
So let me encourage you, Cleaning Nation. It's so funny how there's a lot of focus on COVID. And I found the reality is coaching thousands of owners of cleaning companies across the world. So different countries, different states, different provinces. The response of the owner to the situation has everything to do with their success, very little to do with, well, I'm in this province or I'm in the state and we're super closed down or we're super open. None of that really matters. And man, you'd said something I wanted to comment on, but I've forgotten. So we'll just go on to your question. What's going on in your world? And by the way, that's the other thing I hear a ton of. And I'm going to invite Brenda to be my guest and then be rude to her right off the bat because I'm a terrible human being. And not rude, but I'm going to rattle your cage a little. So I hear a lot, probably one of my least favorite things here is we don't even advertise. It's all repeat and referral. And generally they're cleaning or doing $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000. You never hear that from companies doing 20, 30, 40, 50,000. So for all of you out there, if your goal is to be a $1,000 to $10,000 a month company, God bless you with your repeat and referrals. That's fantastic. If you'd like to scale above that, you're going to need a lot more robust way to get clients. And repeat and referrals are phenomenal ways to get clients. It's just like any other lead source. If it's your only way, it's not a phenomenal way. So just want to encourage everybody who wants to scale. As good as a lead source may be, there's never the lead source where you want all of your leads coming from. So that said, what's going on in your world, young lady?
What's going on in my world?
How can I help?
Oh, how can you help? All right. So one of the things, a couple of struggles that I've really been coming across is when I do hire somebody is being reliable, showing up with a good attitude, like the training process and is to teach somebody to clean is all right. It's just, I'm not finding the right people. That's where my biggest challenge is.
So, man, Brenda is going to win the award for most common things that people deal with, which is great because that means a lot of the listeners will be like, that's me. I have that same issue. So let me encourage my friend Brenda, as well as all of you listening, that again, the first step is, and not that you said any of this, Brenda, but there's people out there thinking it or feeling it. You don't understand, Mike, and my city and my business is different, which is a great way to go. I don't have to solve the problem. Right? If I can just, if I've got a relationship issue with my wife and I go to a counselor who's really good and he starts coaching me on how I can improve, I go, you don't understand. My wife is different. She's terrible. She's the worst. She's unique. Really what I'm saying is I'd rather just cast blame than do anything. It's a lot easier to go, you don't understand. No one wants to work in my city. Okay, well then quit the business, right? And you've not been giving me any of that, Brenda. This is kind of a prophylactic comment for those out there thinking, you don't understand. No one wants to do that. So if that's your belief, you've got to either change your desire to scale a company or change your belief. You get to choose. That's not you, Brenda, but Cleaning Nation. So if we're starting with the belief and understanding that And again, it's so easily toppled, right? Okay, my friend Brenda has got a Tim Hortons cup. That means you went to a Tim Hortons, and some probably close to minimum wage, low wage employee took your order, created the coffee, took your money, gave you the coffee, and there was probably a dozen of them in there right now. And you can go to 100 places with minimum wage workers doing work right now. And there's the frustrating thing for all the people I talk to, like, oh, you don't understand. No one wants to work in my thing. I'm like, I just talked to someone in your city that's thriving. So that's not the truth. That's your truth. And you're getting those results. So step one is we got to understand it's not unique. Is if you're unwilling, not Brenda, but if you as a person are unwilling to separate yourself from the belief that my people are different, no one wants to work, everyone's lazy, the government's giving money, blah, 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 blah. Well, then let's just quit the business, right? So if you're willing to go, okay, I'm just going to assume if other people are being successful, and again, we can make I've talked to 6 different people and they're all starving. Yeah. If you talk to broke people, you'd be broke. If you chose to find successful people, there are successful cleaning companies in your area that are doing great. The problem is, as opposed to going to them and going, what can I do? How are you being successful? We go to the broke people who just commiserate with us and make us feel, oh yeah, it sucks. No one wants to. Yeah, me too. Which is fantastic. If you want to be broke, just go do that. But if you want to be rich or successful or scale or have an impact, you got to be okay with like adopting the belief that's going to support that. Okay. Rant over. I'll step off my soapbox and answer Brenda's question. So the cool thing is, the thing that's been the truth and that we've been coaching years before COVID was even considered is you can't trade time for money. So it's very difficult to build a team if you're like, I will give you $12 an hour to put your hand in this toilet. If that's what you have to offer, or you go, well, that guy gives you $12 an hour to put your hand in your toilet, I'll give you $13 an hour. Then you're going to get someone who will leave you for $13.50 an hour. So that's not what we want ever. And when the government's paying people to stay at home or the labor market is tight, even less so. So what we want to do is, and I hate to say it because it sounds so simplistic, but it is the truth. Just like, and I always use dating and relationships because we all kind of understand that. Just like, if any of you have been to a place where you're like, man, no one wants to date me. Everyone out there sucks, blah, 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 blah. Any good counselor is going to say, why don't you become a dateable person, right? Let's work on you. And once you become an attractive person to the person you're trying to date, they'll appear. Works with coaching, right? Coaches all suck. They suck. They're all scams. They don't do anything. Magically, that person gets no good coaches. The person's like, oh my gosh, coaches are amazing. I know there's someone out there that can change my life. Guess what? Someone that shows up to change your life. So if you're a dateable person, look, I'm right here, baby. For all those on audio, she gave a little hand prayer of, yes, I need that. So I don't know if she's looking for a date or a coach, but either way, I got you covered.
I'm not worried about the date. I need a coach.
Good, because I'm married, so my wife's pretty emphatic about not dating other women, and I'm with her on that. So anyway, all that to say, when you're coachable, coach arrives. When you're dateable, the right date arrives. And when you are building a community and a culture of the right people show up. So if your hiring process, your attitude is shut up, show up, be here 3 months, maybe I'll learn your name, you'll get people that feel that way, that show up like that. When you build a community, and for us, what we teach is core values-based community. And for us, that's have fun, make money, be real, and help out. So when people come to work for us, we have a ton of fun. They make money. We make our clients money. We're a very profitable company. We're real. The guy that they see in an interview or on the podcast is the exact same guy they see in meetings. And when we all hang out together, it's all the same. And that's what they have fun. And they love helping out, right? So the mistake most people make is they try to find anybody that says yes, because they don't know how to put together a proper hiring funnel, and then bend those people to their, Brenda's giving herself the point. She's like, oh, God bless it, he nailed me. And then they try and bend those people that aren't a fit to meet what they want, which is it's frustrating for the person you're trying to change. Good luck with that. It's the same thing, right? You can attract a mate that shares the values that you have, and that's hard enough already. Or you can find a fixer-upper and be like, well, I know he likes to do drugs and sit around playing, video games all day, but I can fix him. Good luck with that. You're going to bang yourself against the wall and he's going to hate you. So same thing, because we don't know how to get enough people, we lower our standards, and then we try to get people that aren't about having fun, making money, being real, and helping out, or whatever your core values are. We try to get them to act a certain way, which is frustrating. So I'm going to give you one quick thing. I'm going to let you have any questions you've got, Brenda. So the way the inoculation for that, it's like, well, that's all great. Now, what do I do? Well, first of all, you understand it's not different where you're at. There's always a subset of people that are working. Again, when I was dating 15 years ago, before I was married to my bride, here in Scottsdale, this is a very wealthy area. And all my friends were like, everyone's a gold digger, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I'm dating some very lovely, amazing women that are not gold diggers at all. Same city, right? But they said, my city's different. That's just what they were attracting. They were putting out a gold digger vibe, and they got gold digger. And then they complained about the gold diggers. I just was a human being that was real and got some very lovely women I got to spend time with. So all that to say, if you're clear on your core values and you're clear throughout the hiring process, on the ad, on the first interview, on the second interview, when you start them, when you train them on your website, it's got to be consistent. And the big mistake people make is they go, well, I want reliable people who are hardworking and whatever, but you're not that. So you try and be like, well, these are the core values I'm going to pretend to be, which are aspirational values, which is fine. But then we tell people, if you come here, you're going to get this. And they feel baited and switched because they come there and they don't get it. So you can't say, I want reliable people if you're not reliable. You can't say, I mean, you can try, but it's going to be a lot harder. Or you have to tell them, we're not reliable around here. And that's something we're working on. So we're looking for you to help us with that. That's okay. Yeah. It's going to be harder. So questions, comments, rude remarks, Ms. Brenda.
Well, okay. For example, when you like in the hiring process, because I do want to grow the company. I do want to grow the business. I want to be able to sit comfortably and retire comfortably. So my challenge when it comes to the hiring process is, how do you present that ad? Like where I live in a one of the fastest growing cities in BC, Surrey, BC. And I just can't find the right people. I don't know how to attract them. What am I going to put in that ad? You know, like I've upped my rate to my hourly rate. Starting rate would be 20 an hour.
So hold on really quick. Let me jump in right off the bat. Even after my rant, the first thing you said was, I'm in the fastest growing city in BC. Indicating my city's different. It doesn't matter. I promise you. There's someone else going, I'm in the slowest growing thing. No one wants to work. It doesn't matter. So you got to stop framing. You're already giving yourself an excuse. Well, no one wants to work. I'm the fast. The competition's high, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So you got to get that out of here. That has nothing to do with the conversation. And I'm telling you, we coach people all over the world, fast growing, slow growing, high pay. The second thing you said is, I'm paying more. That's the second thing we told you not to do. The pay is not going to do it. So you certainly have to pay fairly, right? If average wage for a cleaner in your area is $15 an hour, if you try and pay 12, you're going to have a hard time at it. But if you pay 15 or 17, it doesn't matter. You've got to treat people fairly. But if you're like, well, I'll pay 20. Certainly if you pay $70,000 a year, you're getting a different caliber of person. But the difference between $15 an hour and $18 an hour, and even $20 an hour isn't the big difference. And even if it is, you're attracting the wrong person. You're saying, I put my Match.com, sorry, I'm old. I'm sure that no one does that anymore. I put my Match.com ad out and I had a Rolex and I was standing against my friend's Ferrari and all the women that come are all gold diggers. What are you going to do? So you set an ad saying we pay the most. And then you get frustrated when people that are like, I'm just here about the pay. What's the pay? Let's talk about the pay. I just want pay. Yeah. So you got to get off of all that. The answer to your, and this is, again, I don't want to be a plug, but it's just, this is the real answer. This is what we teach in the course that we do. This takes time, but I'm going to do the best I can in the time that we have. But this is what we teach all day, every day. Once you're clear on your core values, that's the ad that you write. So when I write our hiring ads, it's all about, they're written in a fun way. It's not, Grow My Cleaning Company is a fast growing company. You can work remotely and we work, hard and we play hard and we make lots of money, free benefits, flexible hours, fast growing, high energy. If this is for you, call us. That is so boring. We'll say stuff like, hey, if you want to change people's lives and have way too much damn fun doing it and get paid a ridiculous amount of money, you need to call us now or you're an idiot. So we don't tell them we're fun. That's who we are, right? So when they call us and they get this Yahoo on the phone, they're like, that was what I expected. We emphasize helping out. That's a big deal. So just like I said, if you want to change people's lives, have way too much fun doing it and make a ridiculous amount of money. And you're like, you just said not to talk about money. When it's in one of our core values is to make money. If it's not in context with anything else, just you make the most money. We pay best. Call us. That's not gonna do it for you. If we're just like, we pay the best, then here's a job description. That's not going to do it for you. If we talk about you're going to change people's lives, you're going to help them make more money. We're a very profitable company. You're going to contribute to that. And by golly, you're going to make money. But if you just care about money and you don't care about having fun or changing people, get the hell out. We don't want to talk to you. So and you see how the ad I'm talking is very conversational? That's exactly how we write it. So when you're like, how do I get that ad? Don't write an ad to attract to say what you think the people will want, because then you won't be that. When I write an ad, it's me. So for those of you who know the people on our team, they're very similar to having fun, making money, being real, and helping out. So it doesn't matter who they enter or if you go to our website, it's fun. And it's clear that we want to help out and make money. And we're completely real. So when they come in, because my team is so committed to those core values and the ad is so obvious about the core values, if they don't share those, they're going to feel awkward and they won't even make it through the process. Even if we don't catch them, they'll be like, these people are weird, I'm out. But the people that like it, don't just like it, they love it. They're like, oh my God, I didn't know there was a place on Earth. I didn't know this job existed. So even in a high pace, everyone's hiring, blah, 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 blah. The people that want the most money are going to go find the jobs that pay the most money. God bless. The people that are down with your cause are going to find you and your cause. Like many of us do work for free. I belong to a church. I charge a ton of money. Guess what I charge my church? Nothing. It's free because I'm down with their cause. So if the church was like, well, what do you pay? How much do you make in your regular? I can pay 20% more. How gross and weird would that be? Right. So it's got to be about the core values. Talk to me.
Okay. So so the next question is what you're asking. Is that correct? I've ranted all I can rant, but I want to make sure you've got. Like when I even think of the core values that I have, for an example, is where like I can write it down on paper. I can look at, other ads, see what other people are.
Don't look at other ads. Tell me your core values.
Yeah. My core values is number one is to have fun. Like that is important to me because we do.
Just hit them all. Have fun, make money, be real, help out. Give them to me rapid fire.
Yeah. Helping people, growing a business, being part of a company that.
So hold on. When you can't go have fun, make money, be real, help out, you don't have your core values. A lot of people, I get them up here, but I can't communicate them. Then you don't really have them up here. Right. So if you need to explain for 10 minutes, you haven't gone through the hard work of, and I'm not picking on you. We don't have a ton of time. So first step, be clear on your core values. And here's the mistakes that people make with that. Yeah. They will try I'm
just circling. That's all I'm doing.
Right. You need to be like, have fun, make money, be real, help out. I have the 8 words. And if you ask me about them, I can talk all day, but I don't need all day. In 4 seconds, or 1 second, have fun, make money, be real, help out. And I've often said, you can find an employee or a team member from mine that hasn't worked with me for years, wake them up at 2:00 in the morning and go, what was the core values for Grow My Cleaning Company? And I bet you they go, have fun, make money, be real, help out, because they knew it and they owned it and it was their core value. So if you ask me my core values and I'm like, well, we're not stuffy and boring and we're kind of professional, but not really. And then you're like, how do I write an ad with that? You'd be like, I don't even know what this guy's doing. So really important for everybody. Step 1, get your core values clear. And then step 2, make your entire funnel, website, hiring ad, whatever you need with the core values. All right. We are running out of time, so I'm going to wrap it up. Cleaning Nation, if you are digging this and you're like, that was good, I would like more. We've got 600 of these bad boys running around somewhere. If you go to growmycleaningcompany.com, not only will you get all the podcasts we have, there's an amazing on-demand training. It's a masterclass for the 5 shifts that you need to really scale a company. Growmycleaningcompany.com. Check it out now. I will see you there.
Well, here we are, the end of the podcast, and you made it. Great job. I've got a little bonus for you for sticking through with me, but like I mentioned before, if you got value out of this podcast and you want to show a little love, subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, Spotify, wherever the heck you're listening to this thing. Share with a friend, share the love. And as a special thank you for those of you that stuck with me to the end, how about I give you my personal phone number so we can text? It's a great way for me to get to know you, your business, your goals personally. So shoot me a text now, 602-932-6431. 602-932-6431. I am the only one who responds to these texts, and I will personally respond to everyone I possibly can as long as this number is manned. Don't know how long we're going to keep this at the end of the podcast, so grab it now. 602-932-6431. Give me a text. Say hey. Can't wait to meet you.